Hello everyone, let's play some Phoenix Springs, shall we? Well, I know nothing about this game, just that it's a mystery detective game, which is my bread and butter, my favorite genre, so I'm excited. Always excited for some more mystery games. That's like someone's underwater. Rain. Desert. Uh, plus Iris.
I remember now. Leodora. My little brother. This is the night I find him.
Bump up the a bit. There's a computer here, we should have a look at that. The desert is, it's just a screen. I thought she was on a screen, or it seemed like she was on a screen, but there's...
Government issued. I can search my personal files, plus a few public databases.
I'm gonna try and option put on the subtitles. This is a little bit quiet.
It's on. What should I search for?
It is search for Leodora, who were just there we go. Always interesting to get used to new controls.
Shows how close we were as siblings.
In the boxes, is there anything about Leo in there? Articles.
An archive of my published articles. The ones rescued from the censors, anyway. Going over it all would take an eternity. I must focus my search.
Right, okay, yeah, so we can look for Leo, yeah. The city Iris. Dorma on...
I mainly covered technology.
Okay, so she didn't write about it. And the paperwork? Let's just try there right now.
This lot holds my official documents. Houses change, the paperwork remains. Our guardian's death certificate is in there.
Okay, there we go. We've got something new.
Mentions an address where Leo lived at the time.
Address that we can search.
Residing at 17 Tybao Street. Good start. But I have no idea where that is.
Well, we can look it up on the computer, surely. They must have some kind of mapping system here. I bet.
I load a map of the city. There.
Art style's really good, isn't it?
17 Tybao Street. It's in the new territories.
Lovely house.
Broken bottles, that kind of neighborhood. Didn't expect any better from Leo.
Campo. Actual 17. Very fit. Lock on the door.
Padlocked.
Can we use the padlock?
I yank on the chain. Won't budge. I wonder if I can locate a key somehow.
Key. At the very least, we've got that information to talk to any homeless people about. In the boxes, but yeah, to talk to.
I venture a few questions. Conversation proves difficult. I'm not sure we speak the same language. Or maybe he has no interest in talking to me.
Okay.
Does he know how to enter the house next door? A key, maybe. He doesn't understand. Number 17. What does he know about it?
Yeah, has he seen anyone in
No
there?
idea what I
Oh.
mean.
Go on, talk about
I
Leo.
explain I'm after my brother. Does the name sound familiar? He doesn't seem to know.
I mean, Leo used to live in this area, right? So, alright, let's get out of here.
Maybe more questions later.
Close. Got what's this junk?
In no particular order: tin, planks, nails, barrel, pipes, tire.
Can we talk to this drunk fellow over here?
I attempt to gain his attention.
He is very intoxicated.
He's in no state to help.
Got some bottles down here. I don't see anything that could have them. But we could always use Iris to look. I'll look for a key.
No key as far as I can see.
Okay. What I want to do now is look at the letterbox.
Says 17 on it.
I wonder if the key is in the letterbox there. If I was a person in a bad situation, that's where I'd have my.
I peer inside. Empty.
Okay. No, yeah, not lit. We got the camp, 19 Turbo Street. Let's have a look. There's a barbecue. Good.
Nothing unusual. Pungent, though.
Well, let's have a look in.
I've never been above digging through rubbish.
You should be.
Empty.
Empty, but pungent. Interesting.
It's decomposing.
Right.
Wonder how long that's been there.
Yeah, it might be for a while. Let's have a look in there for the key.
That won't open it.
We've got a. Let's use the intercom.
I press the button. A crackle. Smoker's voice on the other end. Angry old man. He sounds divided. Shouted a stranger to scram. All good excuse for a rant. I switch on the reporter charm. Ranting it is then.
Yeah, do you want to rant about 17 Tybell Street to me?
So what happened next door? He sighs. A few years ago, the landlords hired a company to renovate it.
Okay. Landlords, renovators.
They never completed the job, and the place was left to rot.
Right.
Is that why it's boarded up? No, he says. The orphans are to blame. They set up camp next door. They rummage through bins. Break into empty properties. Even try to sell him his own rubbish after he throws it out. Scavengers, he calls them. No good scavengers.
Really?
Could they be selling items found at number 17? Of course, he says.
Okay, so we can look at us as scavenger.
They'd sell you their own mothers if they could. Not that they have any, I say. No response.
Can you tell me about Leo Dorman?
I explained that my brother used to live at number 17. The name rings a bell. They didn't interact much, but had been on good terms. Leo helped the old man carry a bed frame upstairs when he moved in. Solid wood, too. He also recalls a gathering to celebrate Leo's university enrollment. Is he certain? About the university part? Yes, he says. A local university, although he can't remember which.
Okay, interesting. So we can ask about university now.
Leo moved out soon after and was never seen again. But he was very proud of that, becoming a student so late in his life.
Might be best to search that up on the computer as well. Do you happen to know
How can I access the house next door? He has no idea.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't.
The landlords. He's never met them.
Really?
Wouldn't mind a word or two about the mess.
Yeah, I assume that you rent as well,
What did he
so.
tell me about the renovating company? Wouldn't hire them myself, he says. What did they find in the house? He recommends I ask the orphans directly.
I'll do that after this. I just wanted to have a chat with you first.
Does he remember the university name? UMC or GMU, he says. Something with 3 letters. He
Alrighty.
apologizes.
To remember.
His memory isn't what it used to be.
It's alright,
I
we can
thank
look
him
at that.
anyway.
Potentially the document
I
that
thank
we've
him
got.
for his time. Be careful out there, he says.
Go back to Tybar Street now and have a chat with the orphans about any scavenged items that they got from for scavenged items, please. Thank you.
I take great care to ensure he gets the point. Number 17, you. Find. Me. Buying. A light is switched on. He reaches into his bag, revealing worthless junk. A bundle of pens, elastic bound, rusty motherboard, ancient photo frame, chipped wood, slim pickings. I toss him a coin for his trouble.
Okay, so we've got rid of... Let's talk to him about the
The
landlords.
owners of the house next door. Does he know them? He doesn't understand.
Yeah. Do you know renovators?
Renovators? Builders? I don't think he gets the question.
Alrighty. Well, let's have a look in the good old photo frame for the key.
I think
Good.
he's done. He just waves at the objects on the ground. Got to admire the salesmanship.
Photo frame, I want to look for the key side. Because that's where I would put it if I was trying to hide it. Padlock on the...
That won't open it.
Good edit.
It's made of wood. Chipped varnish. Nothing unusual. To solve what problem? Definitely bricked. A bundle of branded pens. Says ULS on them.
ULS, that'd be the...
No need.
Is this board?
Why?
It is, I want to. Let's go back to Iris. University would be ULS.
It says ULS on them. The old man mentioned a 3-letter university name. Long shot, but worth investigating.
Yeah, exactly. Now, keys. Let's have a think.
Sports brands. Some soiled. Some torn.
Think that we can
Don't need them.
there's a little cable here.
Heavy duty. Why?
We could use the cables.
In no particular order. Tin, planks.
Alrighty. Get back to Iris. How's this? Good. Padlock and the motherboard. The key is in the motherboard, obviously.
Won't help me find a key. Unlabeled. I bet it's high percentage stuff.
Yeah, I bet so too. There's nothing in the picture frame. Nothing cable. We talked to the old man about ULS, I guess. Let's try that.
Maybe a few more questions. The old man picks up. Got nothing better to do, he says.
Fair enough. I talked to you about
I
ULS.
mentioned the initials. Do they sound familiar at all? ULS, he says. That's the University of Life Sciences.
Oh, okay. Being somewhere. Oh, we've got rid of a lot now.
I've
Oh,
been
we're here.
reading about it. Some riots halted construction a few years back. The building now appears simultaneously demolished and incomplete.
It looks like that. Cool. some graffiti here.
No idea what it says.
Yeah, no, neither do I. Third or unclear what we need to do. I mean, we figure out more information about Leo, right? There's plenty of bikes parked in now, more graffiti. The admin, that's probably where we want to go first. There probably is a computer room here. If not, there'll be one in the projection. There's a memo here. Look at that. Very spooky, isn't it? Like, the atmosphere is perfect.
Printed note. Statue project led by Dormer. Proposals by Friday.
Terminal here. It's terminal Leo Dormer.
No chance this boots up.
What about this one?
Same old model as mine. Nobody bothered stealing it.
Probably doesn't.
Definitely dead.
Right. Open this door or... Yeah, we can. Okay, there's more memos in here, so let's look at those.
2 copies of the same memo. One more faded than the other. Terminal blacklist, students protest. Anderson A. Ange L. Betty G. Chopra D. Chun L. Dama W. Do L.
That'd be Dormer.
B. The rest is illegible.
Right, so he was part of a protest as well.
Unknown spilt liquids.
Have a look at this.
A small-scale version of the university includes a statue of a torch-wielding man.
Right, that'll be
There's a quote
Leo's.
on the miniature plaque, so that society may gain wisdom as fast as science gathers knowledge.
Look at
Filled
this.
with junk.
Yeah. I don't think that there's anything too important here. But well, let's have a
Nothing
look at
helpful there.
Yeah, I didn't think that. Just because it's not colored like the rest of the stuff is, right? It's not obvious. Let's go check this.
An
Firstly, look
alphabet
at
of sorts. Maybe it's just abstract.
I think it's probably just as pocket. Nothing too like. I feel like the important stuff must be made to stick out, right? Like these bikes here.
Several parked 2-wheelers. I wonder who's in there.
So there's some kind of like rave going on. I don't know whether you guys can hear it, but it might be in here. Yes, there we go.
It's intense.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Passed out. I assume he was manning the projector. That can't be comfortable.
Talk to them. Wake them up, perhaps. Get them out of here. Stop them from drinking.
Should I ask her something? No, she's too far gone.
I wanted to just make sure they were safe. Oh, there's a lot here. Cool. Look at the bookcase, shall we?
Q to R. A large section on quantum physics.
Well, we don't necessarily want you to
Books on topics starting with E or F. Loads on ethics and ethnography.
we want this one, because this is probably A.
X, Y, and Z for zoology mostly. Looks like the bookcases are not in alphabetical order.
Yes. I have just realized that myself. What about this one? Way back here, there's a little yellow thing on the...
A, B. Animal rights, biology, and a large section on bioethics.
I thought this was the one that I wanted to look for because it would be art, but no.
K and L. Mostly for kinesiology. So much non-digital data.
Maybe sculptures, because that's what Leo was doing, right? Was making sculptures. It was also doing
For
some ethics.
optogenetics. P for pharmacology. M to N. Books on molecular stuff and nano things. G and H for histology. Whatever that is. Most of the books in here must be forbidden by now. Explains why nobody raided the place.
Right, yeah. Finally, the door.
Books on immunology mostly. I to J section.
The other thing that Leo studied? Can't remember. We just read about it though. My brain is mush. Get the auditorium. See if there is anything that we can figure out about Leo and oh my god, look at this. It's like a rave. Okay. Got some dances.
They seem pretty out of it.
Yeah, I would imagine that they are. What to the DJ perhaps? He might be the only one actually into it. You know, he seems to be the only one that's dancing to the beat and such.
I command her attention. Hard to keep it for long. Music's blaring. She slurs her words, won't stop moving. From what I gather, she's been dancing for 56 hours straight.
Oh, crazy.
All of them have. It's her event, she explains. Insomnia, a monthly gathering. Like-minded
Oh,
friends
gross.
tested in the midst of sleep deprivation. No stimulants, she says. Just music and light. Kids these days.
No wonder people have passed out.
Ton of questions.
Can you tell me about Theodore?
That name. She's never heard it before.
Okay. At the University of Life
Why
Sciences.
did she choose the university? I thought it was a church, she says.
Know anything about
She
Mobile
doesn't
Street?
need to be asked about that.
Oh, so she's useless. Okay.
Okay. That will do for now.
Look at it.
Body rolling, eyes closed. She knows I'm staring. Doesn't stop her from dancing.
Right. Well, let's go back and figure out what Leo is studying, and then let's get a library and look for that. I feel like that's probably our next step, right? Potentially. I wouldn't go to here necessarily. Been to a few raves in my lifetime, but not a big fan.
No idea what it says.
Leo Dormer, we saw something in here. It was like a
A faded printed note. Statue project led by Dormer.
yeah, so a
Proposed
statue.
by Friday.
And then the statue itself was in the little model. Let's have a look around the university. We didn't really see an arts or statue thing. But he was part of the protest group. Have a look at these.
Must be advertising the party inside.
So, what is that?
Doesn't seem to be wired to anything. I can't.
Graffiti? Us to examine over here? Yeah. You'd think that we'd be able to go this way, right? Okay. So what, we got graffiti over here, graffiti over here. The statue doesn't seem like it was ever built. Oh yeah, let's get back into the for a second. And have a think. Let's go back to admin for a second. And see if this terminal.
No, it's
Well, at least we tried, right? Try some new stuff. So this memo over here.
terminal blacklist. Students protest. Anderson A.
Oh, these are people
L.
that
Betty G.
platelets.
Chopra D.
Juveniles.
Chun L. Dama W. Do L. D. The rest is illegible.
Poster.
A sketch of a statue.
Right.
Some kind of insect playing the harp. Someone annotated it with a red pen, suggesting the design was approved. The same person also penned a playful acrostic. B is for brilliant. I is for intellectuals. O is for of. E is for exponential. T is for ta. There used to be more, but the ink has bled.
Okay, so bioethics. That's what we need to go have a look at. Let's have a look at bioethics at the library. Now, where was A and B? A and B were all the way at the back, weren't they? If I remember correctly. Quickly run to the library as fast as possible, please, unnamed main character. K to A to B. Alrighty. So let's have a look. Iris will search up Theodoma here. Bioethics kind of makes sense for what
I
it
scanned the
is.
book spines. Nothing.
Perhaps.
I need to look for something specific.
Yeah, so we still need to figure out what exactly we're looking at. And look at this in bioethics.
I scanned the book spines. Nothing.
And just to make sure that bioethics.
Animal rights, biology, and a large section on bioethics.
Yeah, so it's definitely bioethics, but we need to figure out what exactly we're searching. No, there's nothing. Just stay still for a while. Get it here. What's this bookcase?
That won't answer back. The C to D section. Books on cell and developmental biology.
Right, nothing that we really want. I haven't looked at this book. Now I'm just trying to. Oh, this one. So I know that that one's the. So.
UVW section.
This won't necessarily.
Mostly for vascular biology.
There we go. Now we've looked at all the stuff at least.
Structural, synthetic, and systems biology.
Let's
All
have
topics found in the ST sections.
let's have a look at more stuff within these rooms just to see if we've missed anything that might be important. I think that we've figured out all the steps, right? We just need to tie something to.
Bolted to the floor. Looks like it's been hijacked.
Is it perhaps? Can I put on some more slides than the ones that we see? Ah, yes, we can.
A notice about parking vehicles. Some content is missing. A final notice. Vehicles without authorized. Forcibly removed from the. Please ensure necessary before parking outside the.
Can we use the projector again?
Temporary address forwarding.
Oh!
Biochem, 7A Market Street. Biophysics, 64 Signmakers Yard. Ecology, 86 Keshwang Place. Ethics of Biology, 341 Belvedere Heights.
That's probably where we.
Virology, 65C Crofton Place. Please confirm with office before.
So we probably need that information later when we figure out that Leo's actually doing bioethics. Or what exactly his major is.
This one is upside down. Following last week's. All purchased equipment. That won't get me far. Please ensure you necessary preparations.
At an upcoming event, apparently. All these are useless. I'm gonna turn it off this one and put it back on. Can we talk to this guy?
No response.
Yeah, I mean, he has been dancing for what, 56 hours, something like that. Insane. Got the chairs, I don't think those will be necessarily important. We'll get the graffiti. Do you guys do this as well when you're stumped? Or you just like, you know, move the mouse all around? Look at these.
Don't want to stare at it too long.
Wonder if we can turn stuff
Don't
off.
want to stare at it too long.
What are these sleepers?
Crashed. They couldn't outlast the others.
Well, these dances are probably gonna go soon too. But let's go attempt to turn off the music. Because that should let everyone leave, right? And then we might actually be able to get somewhere. Equipment. And we...
I doubt I'm welcome to use it.
Ah,
Arcane tech to me.
ain't it? Not necessarily, it's all...
Pulsating.
It's all, at the end, electronics at the end of the day.
Booming. Pulsating.
Do you reckon we can use the speaker?
Music off.
Yes.
Bad idea.
Ah. So I doubt the other speaker will help me either. With the DJ here. We've talked to the DJ about everything that we can. Haven't learnt any new. Let's get back in there. Without any of these dances, but we can try.
I wave. No response.
Yeah,
Everyone is lost in their own worlds.
I thought so. Let's go to the entrance and then go back to the office again. Hopefully for the final time, just to figure out what this bioethics stuff is all about. Maybe we just have to use Leo's name on the things that we know are Leo. So... and that might tie him to the statue. The Leo dome on the...
Led by a certain dormer. This has to be a coincidence. Or is it? I wonder what the statue project is.
So she'll figure it out now. Yeah, see? I told you. I figured it out, but we can't use that necessarily. So we have to connect things in her mind rather than just connecting it in my own mind. So let's use Leo or the statue project on this. Right? Statue.
It must be one of the proposed designs.
Yeah.
Was my brother the dormer in charge of the project? Did he approve it? The symbolism might be significant.
Good, we can look at the insect statue in bioethics now.
The acrostic could also be a clue.
I agree. It's bioethics. Let's use Leo Dormer here as well, because he's been protesting.
Not his full name, but some initials match. Can't track down all the students, but I should investigate the protest.
Perfect. Alright, we're getting everywhere now. So everything that I figured out. So we can also do the statue project here on the little model.
Pilot Dormer's project. The statue does stand out.
A man with a torch.
The quote might also lead me somewhere.
I've forgotten what the quote is. Wisdom quote. Maybe I can read that again. Look at it.
A small-scale version of the university includes a statue of a torch-wielding man. There's a quote on the miniature plaque, so that society may gain wisdom as fast as science gathers knowledge.
Right. Look at this
Unknown
code.
spilled liquids. I'm not touching that.
Was there anything else?
Looks like it's been emptied.
Okay. No. Well, we've at least got a lot now, so we can talk to the disco lady about a lot of this stuff. So let's go do that. And then let's go investigate some stuff at the library. Just because the auditorium is closer. And necessarily we might need to actually figure out what BioET stands for, even though I know what it stands for. They might not have a clue. Sometimes I don't like when games have that where you like figure out something but the character doesn't figure it out.
Even if it seems like a lost cause.
So tell me about BioET.
B-I-O-E-T. Any clues as to what it spells? Bite? She asks back. Forget it.
Tell me about the insect with the harp.
I describe the statue. She studies me like I've lost my mind. Can't blame her, really.
Can you tell me about a man with a torch?
Symbolism means nothing to her.
No, okay. What about wisdom
I
quote?
recite the quote. She shrugs.
No, she does not know anything about it. What about the student protest?
The place. A violent protest would explain it, right? I guess so. She shrugs.
She doesn't know anything about it. Well, disappointing. I'm gonna just turn that down slightly for you guys. Okay, I reckon that's probably good. So you can't tell me about anything about the statue project.
Mean anything to her? It does not.
So you're essentially useless, right? I get it now. Unless I want to talk to you about dance or something like that. You're completely in the flow state of insomnia, non-sleeping, 56 hours without even touching your coffee, touching a bed, touching some cocaine, whatever else keeps you awake. I don't know. So, oh, we can also use some slides with good old Leo as well. I can't remember exactly which ones are which, but we can once we figure out that bioethics is his stuff, right? So let's talk to her. Iris. 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 Iris, thank you. And can we use BioET on the bookcase? Now that we're good at bioethics.
B-I-O-E-T. It must spell bioethics. I browsed several publications on the topic. One catches my attention. Academic paper on toxic fungi, military operations, weaponized mycotoxins by Amrita Thomas. But it's the endorsement on the back cover that stops me in my tracks. A quote by Leo Dormer, PhD, author of Sinking the 30 Oars Ship.
Still did he get his PhD?
Professor of Bioethics and Ethics of Biology.
Right. So we know that he's a professor of bioethics now. And we look at the symbolism of the insect with the harp now. Is that in here at all?
There's something. The moral standing of insects. Academic stuff. Won't help me identify the statue.
Okay. What about in wisdom here? And we look at the man with the torch or the wisdom quote. F Q S T C D A L O P M N. Be over here. No W's.
Could be mentioned in a book. I need more info though.
Right. Oh, here's W. Just saw it. Yeah. What was this one? So we need someone that knows about the statue, but we also know that on the slide.
Books on molecular stuff and nano things.
Not MTM. It's UVW.
UVW section. Mostly for vascular biology.
Okay. Nothing really about wisdom. I kind of wanted like, you know, ethics, but at least we can change the slide. The one that is about bioethics and where it's moved to. I'll get a new address. Yeah, here we go. So Iris, use your stuff. Figure out that bioethics is over here.
No mentions of bioethics.
There's a mention of ethics of.
An address for the ethics of biology department.
Perfect, thank you.
341 Belvedere Heights. I expect it might lead me to a colleague or fellow professor.
Yeah, perfect.
But this is Leo's home.
Oh, that was fun. So we already figured that one out. Oh, we got rid of so many stuff. And we use the gate right now.
Digital keyboard, built-in chatbot.
Can we?
I tap the screen. Who are you visiting today?
Leo Dormer. Leo Dormer.
Visiting Leo Dormer. Please use the authentication panel.
Okay, we need to put our handprint.
Fingers slide into metallic slots.
Will it deny us? Oh. Uses blood.
Drills. Genetic match.
Ah, so I figured out that we're family. The house you can barely see. Like you just see these yellow lights in the distance. It looks rather menacing, doesn't it? It's scary. We've stopped walking. Alright, scared of the house. I said unnamed earlier, then I realised that we see a name every single time that we look at it. The garden. Or the door. Use the door. Will anyone answer?
I knock. No answer.
Okay.
It's unlocked.
Oh, we can open it up.
I make my presence known. The call is met with complete silence.
Let's look at.
Marble musical instrument. Looks antique. Two
Right.
series of numbers are engraved. 6998 and 4543.
Better than that.
It reads, now death threats. Wiping footprint. Uncle L in panic room. Signed M.
Full L.
Buzzes gently. A note is stuck to it.
Not just the fridge.
Panoptis. Not in your average shopping list.
Not just. There is like a look everywhere. Like a panopticon, for example.
Still warm. Freshly brewed pot.
Someone is just not making lift. Still working. But we don't know the code. But maybe their musical instrument gave us a number.
Hard to see. Must be the panic room.
Right. So what was the room? Sculpture again?
Marble musical instrument. Looks antique. Two series of numbers are engraved. 6998 and 4543.
6998453. Trading is
It wants a password, of course.
right. So we need to click on that so that we can click on iris. We can click on panel password. Grab down these.
The numbers could be a password.
Can we try? Come on.
I have a good feeling about these. But no. Not even with different combinations.
Can we use self iris with Leo Dormer to click on the note here to figure out that Uncle L is Leo?
If Uncle L is Leo, we have a relative of some kind.
Relative in, yeah.
The death threats. Who hasn't received one or two? But I am curious.
Hopefully not many people. Here's living room, bedroom. Let's have a look in the bedroom. We know someone's in the panic room.
Antique brass spyglass.
So looking at try and use it.
Anything with it tonight.
Too rainy.
Can't tell if they're waves or clouds. End of life technology.
So someone's dying. Can we get in?
It's empty.
Or the wheelchair.
Manual model.
So you have to peel it yourself. So the person has enough strength in his arms at least to do that. Either that or someone pushes it for him. He's also got an elevator, so can we use this terminal?
Ready for me to type something.
Okay. So we could look at a whole bunch of stuff. We look at and read it.
No reason to believe she has anything to do with it.
It's an error message.
Data destruction cycle incomplete. 186,570 files successfully deleted. Some files could not be deleted.
So there's very slim
Antique secretary desk. They're expensive.
what's in these books here? Anything interesting?
Many of these books are banned.
Right, so let's see if we can find out more about Emery Thomas. While Sinking the 30 Orbs Ship, which was his book.
No books of hers here.
Righty. Sinking the 30 Orbs Ships was his own book, so
Finally read it. Let's see. 2 books with his name on them. Immortal morals. Ancient myths and beliefs. Viewed through a modern scientific lens.
there's a hump.
Sinking the 30 Oars ship. Preempting the shortcomings of the biohacking revolution.
Let's have a look at the statue.
That thing again. Abstract.
It's got bioethics about it at least, right?
The smell brings back memories. Nothing important.
This will say the ship of Theseus or something like that.
Isn't signed.
So like maybe it's got those themes in it, like building something, putting something back together, where the parts become the whole thing there.
What exactly?
Let's have a look. And we look for anything to do with Leo Dormer in his own book.
About
That's something new. But that didn't come in. So let's check it with Leo Delmat and sinking the 30 ship.
More of a manifesto, critical of the biotech revolution.
Biotech, okay. So can we use Iris? Iris, get back here. Right, click on you. For 341 Belvedere bioethics. What about it? Yeah, what do you say about bioethics in your own book?
I'm certain bioethics and biohacking are linked, but not sure how that helps me.
Yeah. Surely there's something that we can search for in here. Can you tell me about Amrita Thomason? Because surely you work together with her, right?
She's not mentioned in it.
Really? What about in this one?
She didn't write this one.
I know she didn't write it, but surely she's mentioned
Her
it.
name doesn't appear in it.
Really? Okay. Well, let's try here on the terminal.
Incomplete unity. I picture a lover of the how and the why. An engulfing mind that tripped over its might and ignored what's done in favor of what's.
To be done, probably. We read about Leo, zone terminal.
Interesting invoices. Leo runs a lucrative business as a bioethics consultant.
Interesting.
Clients include government bodies, law enforcement agencies. No specifics about the services provided.
Look at these.
Use invoices for consultation services.
Can we use? Is there anything from the University of Life Sciences in here?
I don't think these two careers overlapped.
What about death threats?
Enraged employer? Maybe.
I was thinking. Alright, let's use death threats on the terminal, see if we can find out anything about those. I'd imagine that they're all deleted.
No results. Back to the error message.
Did you have the relative in?
If only it were that simple. No results.
Yeah. Well, let's search the relative in book. Because surely there's something in there about it.
Won't be in it.
Oh. Have we just had a look at the books?
Immortal morals. Ancient myths and beliefs.
Nothing.
Viewed through a modern scientific lens.
And this one's
The 30 Wars ship. Preempting the shortcomings of the biohacking revolution.
right. I wonder if we can search up site the entire Bearz Street, the terminal, because that's where he used to live.
Nothing.
About 341 Belvedere.
One file. A blueprint of the house.
Oh, good. This is exactly what I wanted.
Shows every room of the house.
Is there a secret room?
No hidden passages. So
Ah, disappointing. But can we look at the
ready for me to type something.
look for the panel password? Can you tell us about perhaps 694543? for a look at this.
The numbers 6998 and 4543 mark two circled areas on a map. I do not know what it represents.
Grab them down at least. Alright, let's get out of here for now. I want to go quickly look at... I'll use the lift. Lift on the way down. No? Okay, so apparently the only way that you can use the lift is from the ground floor. I wonder if this takes me to anywhere else. Right, okay, so this just takes me back up over here. Okay. There's an interesting white note underneath it, right? So let's use this, lift it up. And then look at this card. I'm disappointed that we can't look at the card when the thing's already on the ground, but...
Dear Professor D, you'll soon be back to your old self. Multiple signatures. Inessa. Min. XT. Esteban.
Okay, so we can use Leo's name, surely, because we know that he's Professor D.
Leo must be Professor D. I sense a health scare.
I agree. But we didn't get any more information. Unless Thomas was...
She didn't sign it.
Have a look at the garden while we're here.
Dust-covered windshields. I don't think they've been driven in a while.
Which makes sense as it's had a house scare, right? That it won't be driving those cars anyway. Look at the sandpit. Yeah, so he's got a daughter. Ah, disappointing that you can't slide down the slide. No one's ever too old for a slide. Iris. Iris, I want to click on you. Thank you. Can I think about Leo Dorma? Yeah. And can I think about the fact that there is a relative M in this sandpit? Well, I think that there might be the child. You don't necessarily think of that. Yeah, what can you see? Can you see Leo?
That doesn't help me find him.
Nothing
Nothing noteworthy.
that...
Nothing noteworthy. Nothing noteworthy. Nothing noteworthy.
Well, I can see some red stuff. You know, I wanna look at that.
No.
There's no to using the house. Cannot use the house at all. So let's go back up. We find in the bedroom. Right, there was that stasis pod. We get a map. And we look at... ethics of biology in this.
I see how they're linked, but it doesn't help.
Right. Iris, can we look at perhaps what Immortal Morals says about immortal?
Yes.
Can we see if death threats are mentioned in these books?
Can't see it referenced anywhere.
Alright, what about bioethics?
As expected. A vast selection of books on the subject.
Right, yep, I thought so too. Nothing too important though, apparently. About the pen.
Maybe, but where do I begin to look?
Can we perhaps? Well, we know that he's got these thingamajigs, right?
Can't see any references to the numbers.
How about the University of Life Science? See that mentioned anywhere?
Matching titles.
Yeah, but nothing that might be familiar. Because he wrote this when he was in the University of Life Sciences as well, didn't he? This is PhD. It's in his PhD thesis. Damn it. I'm thinking too hard, obviously. Someone, I read a review just before I played this, and someone said that this game involves a lot of guessing and checking, and I guess that's what I'm running into now, a little bit of guessing and checking, because I wouldn't necessarily know what's in these books without reading them. Because I mean, imagine that you're right about this.
Both written by Leo.
I understand that.
Different topics though.
Yes. And you perhaps tell me about this.
No reason for him to write about that.
Do you think he perhaps wrote about his pen or password?
If it's in there, I must refine my search.
Right. Can we search for the numbers in that case? Those might be page numbers. I doubt that the book. It's 6,998 pages.
Nothing.
At least she actually looked for that one. Have a look in this book, shall we?
Not mentioned here.
And we can't look at this map to figure it out. This map is not of 1700, is it?
I found the address on our guardian's death certificate. It's where Leo lived at the time. No, it's not a map of the area.
The map of 341 Belvedere.
It's not a map of the region.
Okay. Map of the University of Leicester.
Not a map of the university.
What else? Might be where the panel password is though, because we found it in
I
that
tried
book.
the numbers on the panel. Didn't work.
Will it be perhaps a relative Emma's?
No, the map does not show that.
Why not? How do you know? You need to go there.
No, the map does not show that.
Alright, let's use the terminal. That's gonna message. Read it, Thomas? Did I already try here?
Incomplete unity.
Alright, yes we did. Let us tried that. We tried this. Okay. Hmm. Oh, there we go. I was just making sure that my recording was still working, and whenever I click off it, completely stops everything over here. Okay. Got this sculpture. Let me think about this. So we know that Leo went here to essentially University of Life Sciences in his terminal.
Correspondence with the university board.
There we go.
An incomplete draft grabs my attention.
Yes.
Leave of absence. I'm showing growing concern, less for my deteriorating health than the influence held by indoctrinated parents over the university board. Found a draft he was going to send to the institution. It justifies Leo's leave of absence. citing health concerns and clashing ideals.
Right, so now we know that Leo had health concerns. Can we use that on here to...
Health, antagonistic. I'm not exactly surprised.
Yeah. Hmm. Can I search up immortal morals?
A half-written letter. We've not spoken since the release of Immortal Morals.
Hmm.
But I wanted to let you know I've started work on a third book. We've
Oh,
not spoken since the release of Immortal Morals.
interesting.
But I wanted to let you know I've started work on a third book.
What can he say about thinking of 30 goals zip?
Anything
Well, I think this painting is about sinking the 30 goals ship.
always seems to match. But that doesn't help me much.
Is perhaps the panel password in this painting.
Painting. Either way, that's too vague.
And we look at... Because I want to learn about sinking the 30 goals ship. Tell me about it. I know that she's just going to say, yeah, it's the same book. Yeah. Can we... If we just type in Leo Dormer and figure out much about him.
Invoices for consultation
Right.
services.
We already looked at those previously. What other information do we have? Well, I think that we can probably get more information about his poor health from a lot of things, right? So let's go have a look at that. The bedroom here, we can probably learn that Leo is sickly from an... So,
He's not in it. Points to ailments.
yeah, perfect, thank
Points
you.
to connections and deep pockets.
Yeah. But none of that is important, apparently, to be able to search
I
up.
assume. I wonder why.
Oh, you just
I
said
wonder what he looks at from here.
he's got poor health. We can't see anything from the let's get nothing about the panel.
That doesn't feel like a password.
What was more, this is a painting just has clouds, right?
Too vague.
I'm unsure. I'm sure you guys are all screaming at me that I should try something in particular. I don't really know why. What does this note say again? There's something about a relative M. I remember that.
It reads, now death threats. Wiping footprint. Uncle L in panic room. Signed M.
Cool L room. Who is relative M? Is the relative M in this card?
Min could be M. If it's them, they know about the panic room.
Okay, we finally got something to search. Alrighty. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, to be honest. That one's fairly obvious. There was an M person mentioned. So let's quickly Google search them. And if not, we'll have a look in the library about it. And if not, we'll look in the books about it.
No files containing the search term.
Right. I thought so, but in the books,
Can't see it referenced anywhere.
about men in this book.
Nothing.
Really? Okay. So she must be mentioned in the other book. What if min is the panel password? Because we didn't get anything out of that.
Worth trying. Not the password.
Okay. So min, not the box. Did we get? So we look up some certain things in the consultation services. Min might be mentioned there. Let's have a look at that. So we need to search Leo Dormer. No terminal.
Invoices for consultation services.
And then we need to and yeah.
No first or last names. Just agencies and government bodies.
Okay. Can we perhaps the draft in Immortal Morals? He didn't mention it was
A half-written letter. We've not spoken since the release of Immortal Morals, but I wanted to let you know I've started work on a third book.
but yeah. But Henry to Thomas. Because he mentioned someone else in there, didn't he?
Incomplete unity. I picture a lover of the how and the why. An engulfing mind that tripped over its might and ignored what's done in favor of what's.
So nothing else about Yin. If we look at 3 for 1 behinds again.
A blueprint of the house.
There's nothing here that mentions the panel password.
I see the panic room, not how it opens.
Right. Can you perhaps look into this? The map of this?
Not mentioned here.
Okay. We've looked at that, we've looked at that. The other thing that we can look at is in
Numbers 6998 and 4543 mark 2 circled areas on a map.
and we perhaps use min on the map of
That
min.
doesn't tell me what it represents.
I'll just a thing like. Let's go back out to the playground and see if she can figure out that Min is a child now. A child of Leo.
I don't see how that helps.
Well, what if we use like Leo Domo? The fact that he missed.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so he had a child. Think about that.
I found the map. I have no idea.
Well, what about the fact that there's 2 cars? Surely,
Dust covered windshields. I don't think they've been driven in a while.
yeah, but he's got 3 cars. Get Min.
Can't identify them with it.
Is there anything that we can look at with the cars? Can we go to the place in the map?
Can't see any references to the numbers.
Okay. at.
Bit too old for that.
Yeah, but someone here is not.
A family man. I had no.
Yeah, we know that. We know that you had no idea that it was a family. God damn it. What I want you to think about is that he must have had a kid. And that kid's name is Min. Can we talk to him through the bloody planet group at least?
Thick door. No point shouting.
Oh, you don't know that. Try it. Maybe I'm just getting annoyed. Oh dear. Alright. I'm gonna quickly look up the answer, I think. I try not to do this when I know. Help it, but sometimes, you know, it annoys me. Oh, it's just a video. Oh, I don't want to use a video. God damn it. Oh, I see something that we haven't looked at. The fan.
Just going around in circles.
But there's a light on it. There's no buttons to turn it off. Can we look at this plant at least?
Healthy.
Can we look for any references of stuff that has already gone? We can't click on insert with heart. All the man with torch, all the wisdom quotes, which is things that I wanted to look at. There's nothing written by M. There's no links to death threats. You'd think there'd be references to men in the terminal itself, but
Didn't
nope.
work the first time.
Tried that, we tried that. Tried this, right? Basically, death threats.
Notepads, batteries. Nothing useful.
Alrighty, let's pause it here. Some tips. Lead plus 8. Connection. Right. Access. Oh. Oops. Alright. Well, I figured out something, right? We can now use. Can we use leads with leads? Is that I can. No, apparently not. I can't do that. Okay. Let's walk back to the panel.
Digital keyboard prompting me.
Right. Can we try Yodoma on the panel? Well, you're just going to try everything.
His name. No. Wise of him not to go for that.
Alrighty. Can we try this? This is the house.
Current address. I have exceeded the number of possible attempts.
Can we now reset the password?
But I now have the option to reset the password.
Yes. Alrighty.
Security question 1 out of 3. First published piece.
Okay.
I assume it means Leo's first book.
His first published piece was probably what's it called? The shippy one. Was this his first published piece?
That must be it.
Okay. So we can use that on the terminal, perhaps?
Leo's original university application, titled Why Bioethics Matter. They liked it so much that it was printed in the university newspaper.
I only tried this before.
They did publish it.
There we go, so it was published. Alrighty. Now that I know I can write, like, that's so much more helpful.
It was called Why Bioethics Matter. Okay, one down.
Alrighty. Okay.
Question 2 out of
What's number 2?
Mother's birthday. I know that one. There. Nice of Leo to finally include her in his life.
I suppose so.
Question 3 out of 3. Grasshopper lover. No idea what it means. And it's not even a question.
Grasshopper lover. Yeah, not a question. What do you think it means? It's an interesting one, isn't it? Grasshopper lover. I wonder if that's in a book. Let's have a look. Grasshopper lover.
Could be a book title. No, I can't see anything that comes close.
What about on the computer?
Nothing but grasshopper. The keyword lover returns one file.
Oh,
Complete unity.
right, we already saw that previously. So he was in love with that lady. The book?
Nothing about insects in the index.
Well, we know something that's got to do with insects, right? You can try it on this statue.
Grasshopper. Maybe the insect is meaningful after all.
How can we use the insect with half on anything? Like for example, this book.
No references to it.
Anything within this book?
Can't see it referenced anywhere.
Nope. Okay, what about this computer?
Statue plaque draft number 1.
Alrighty, we got something.
Complete wish, robbed of humanity. Metamorphosis, music playing insect. Myth of Tithonus. So that's who the insect represents.
Tithonus. So we need to put that into the computer, I guess. See, this is why you don't discard things too hastily, my good friend Iris. You need to learn. That this stuff is important.
Statue plaque. Didn't work.
Really?
But I feel like I'm getting closer.
Well, maybe we can search him up on the computer, or at least on the. Hurry up! Run! Just
Brings up the plaque draft.
yeah, or at least in the books.
No books dedicated
Well, he might be in this one. He'll definitely be in this one. He's Greek.
The name is indexed.
Oh.
Cursed lover of Eos, goddess of the dawn, begged the gods to grant him eternal life. Yet forgot to ask for eternal youth, often represented as a cicada or grasshopper.
Oh no. Okay.
Grasshopper. Lover of Eos. That must be it.
No, lover of grasshopper. Right. We can just have a quick look in this book.
The name doesn't seem to...
Never mind. Alrighty, let's go. No, go. Zoom. Hut. Okay. Let's put Eos. The goddess of the sun? Moon?
A password. I should try with the panel. I enter the answer. Grasshopper lover. Eos.
Yeah.
Night I find him. Leodoma. My little brother, an old man on his last breath.
Why is he old?
The words ring like a curse. Don't go to Phoenix Springs.
He's your younger brother. This makes no sense. Unless something has happened in Phoenix Springs. Crazy. But I guess that will... Oh, we're probably going to clear out so many things now, right?
He warned me about this place. Yet here I am.
Phoenix Springs is in the desert where we first started. Here we are. But I'm going to stop that there. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, press like or comment or subscribe if you haven't already. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next part of Phoenix Springs. Cheerio.